city boys, it's me, Saint, your favorite girl that's just trying to get her life right. Okay, I'm just a girl that's trying to get her life right. For one, I gotta give my little disclaimers. So don't mind my hair. My edges are gonna turn white. First, I'm still at my grandma's. It is like average every day. I've been here for a month. Average, it is like 93 degrees every single day. But I kind of just came back from my uncle's, so that'll be in like a little mini vlog that I'm gonna do. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that because I don't really want to show anybody, and my grandma said she doesn't want to be on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I was in the pool, so my hair looks very dry. I still have to wash it, so I'll probably wash it tonight, maybe. I don't know. Do my makeup with me because I want to tell you guys an event for my life. I feel like this is necessary for me to tell now just because of like the mental state that I'm in. I feel like I'm in a really good space, so I want to share, right? I'm gonna put on the screen all the stuff that I'm using, but yeah, I already did my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows like a lighter brown than my hair because I don't know, I think it just complements my skin tone nicely. I had a little tan. I love my skin complexion when I have a tan. Like, I wish I have a tan 24/7 all year round. In this video, I want to talk about the time I met the devil and what happened after that, because like I've heard stories of people talking about like their interactions with the devil or a demon or whatever it may be, but they never talk about the after effect. Okay, and to me, in my experience, I feel like the after was way more severe, I guess, than the actual interaction itself. You guys already know that I am Caribbean, and I am one of those people that believe, I'll say us Caribbean people specifically, I'm talking for Jamaicans, I feel like we are like cousins to Black America. So like we have a lot of, you know, the paranormal experiences, conversations with God and relationships and all that kind of stuff. So at the time I was in 8th grade and I was on the track team, and this was one of the days I was coming home from school. I had to take my dogs outside, like in our front yard, you know, so they can poop, play, all that kind of stuff. So it was around like 7:30, getting like 7:40, getting to 8 o'clock. And I'm outside with my dogs. I'm sitting on my steps. They're running around in my front yard and everything. At that time, my side yard did not have a gate closing it off, so it was just open space. And then at the end of my side yard, I have my backyard, but then there's also the open area where you can go out, you know, into the streets and all that kind of stuff. I always had a thing with my dogs that I would make a certain sound and they will come in automatically, because like I don't know, one of my fears at the time was that like somebody was gonna like come and try to like hurt me or something, and my dogs won't come in fast enough. Like they won't listen, they will think I'm like playing with them. So I made a little sound with them, and they knew that if I made that sound, we're going in immediately. It's not, oh, give me 5 more minutes to play outside. It's not, oh, I'm gonna run around in a circle first and make you chase me. Like, no, my dogs come inside, right? I'm sitting there, whatever, it's getting darker because, you know, it's nighttime now, and I keep hearing something calling my name. So I'm like, what the frick is going on, right? I don't take drugs. I'm not on nothing. I don't have no mental disorders or nothing. I'm like, it's literally throwing me off so bad. And it keeps calling my name, like it's trying to get me to go into my side yard. So I was like, what the freak? I turned my head and I looked into my side yard, and it's pitch black. Like it's pitch black, okay? It's pitch black. And it's like I keep hearing something call my name. And then like when I don't hear it call my name, I literally feel like I'm being like, I guess you could say like persuaded, lured, that's the word. It feels like I'm being lured. You know, English is not my first language, don't come for me, okay? But it feels like I'm being lured, okay? At this time, I gotta tell you guys that I wasn't like super into doing art. Like I've always been a very artistic person, and I'm not gonna hold you, I know I'm all over the place, but that's what really caught me off guard. Because I remember, I think this was like in elementary school, and somebody was like, oh, are you autistic? But I heard artistic, so I said, girl, yeah. Anywho, but yeah, at the time I wasn't like super like into art. Like I would do art, I was always good at art, but it wasn't like something like, oh, I want to be an artist when I grow up or whatever. Like I always said I was gonna be an orthodontist, and like that was like my ultimate goal in life at the time. The voice keeps calling me, right? Very commanding, very demanding, okay? So I sat back down on the steps and I'm watching my dogs. It keeps calling me. Now I turn my head and I look back at my side yard again. Mind you, I said it's pitch black back there, okay? And it's always like that. When it gets dark outside, it always gets pitch black. When I tell you, city boys, I saw this huge figure, and like the best way I can explain it, it was like the silhouette of the Babadook. Okay, that's what it looked like. It was the silhouette of the Babadook. It's just standing there. When I tell you, probably, I don't know, maybe like 8 foot tall. I don't know, 9 foot tall. I don't know, very tall. Okay, very, very tall. So I'm like, what the hell? And it's calling my name. It wants me to come to it. So when I saw that, I was like, bitch, what the fuck? You know, I'm a Caribbean girl. So, bitch, I called my dog inside. I did the little sound, and they come inside, right? So I go inside my house, whatever. I thought it was a little freaky. But I'm like, you know, it's whatever. I go into my house, and now I'm laying on my couch. And as I'm laying on my couch, you know, I don't know, like my hand is like dangling off the couch a little bit. And I like feel like this presence near me. And I gotta tell you guys a little bit. I've had paranormal experiences in my house. I think my house is a very dark house. I don't know what the hell happened in my house before we came. But that's neither here nor there. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I have a lot of darkness in my family, but that's another conversation for another day, okay? So I've had paranormal experiences in my house before, and I'm gonna tell you like a quick story, whatever. This was, ooh, I want to say probably 3 years after my grandpa had passed away. My father always told me how close, like how much my grandpa loved me. Like, yes, he loved all his grandkids and all, oh, yes, he's loved all his grandkids and all that kind of stuff. But like me and him, I don't know, like, I don't know. He probably felt how good my spirit is, you know what I mean? So when he passed away, that's when I kind of started really having like paranormal experiences. Like especially when I came to my grandparents' house for his funeral, like it was so freaky. Like I felt like that was my first time, and honestly my last time ever having, like, it felt like something was on my chest sitting on me, like trying to like suffocate me. And then it was like spirits and stuff around me like yelling at me. It was freaky as hell, city boys. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, it was so freaky. And that's when I was 10. But like 3 years after my grandpa passed away, I was in my house, and I was in my house alone. Well, me and my dogs, but I was in my house alone, and I was going, like, we have like these shoe cubbies by our stairs, so you could take your shoes off and put it in the shoe cubby. And I'm going, I forgot what I was gonna take from the shoe cubby. But when I tell you, city boys, I literally felt 2 hands push me on my back. And like the stairs that I have in my house are like 13 steps, and they're wooden stairs. So if you fall, and they're like kind of narrow too, so if you fall down them stairs, city boys, you're going to hurt yourself. Either hurt yourself or die, no shade. They pushed me, and like this was going in like slow motion, no shade. So they pushed me, and I feel myself literally tipping over, right? And when I tell you, some hands grabbed me and yanked me back to make sure I didn't fall down those stairs. And I knew that was my grandpa. Like, I knew it. Like, I don't know, it was just the energy that I felt. Like, I knew it was my grandpa. That's just me telling you, like, I could feel energy, no shade. Like, I could feel when something is dark sided, and I can feel when something is lighter. And even like I've had experiences with my grandma's grandma. I never met her before, but I've had experiences with her too. And it's very, you know, at first it was really creepy because I'm like, girl, who is this white lady? No shade. I'm laying down in the couch. So as I'm laying on the couch, I kind of have my hand off the couch a little bit, like I kind of like this, right? And I felt something hold my hand. And as I felt it, it's like I felt like this feeling inside of me that I knew didn't feel right. Like, I didn't know how to explain it, but it felt very wrong. Like, I don't explain it. It just felt dark sided. I snatched my hand back, right? I go to sleep, and as I'm sleeping, it's like there is this conversation that starts, right? But it's very one-sided, okay? And it's the same dark energy that I felt when I was looking into my side yard. And basically it was telling me, like, you know, because at the time, you know, I had a very bad relationship with my family members, especially my nuclear family. And girl, I was really depressed, city boys. Like, I was really depressed. And like at the time, girl, I literally used to pray to die. Like, I would pray that God would just take my soul at night. You know what I mean? I could just be in heaven. I can be with people that love me. Like, because I ain't gonna lie, like the very, very beginning of my childhood, I believe it was nice. I don't know, maybe I'm tricking myself, but the last, we're gonna include 18 too, so the last, I don't know, like 9 years of my childhood was absolute hell, city boys. Like, I don't want to cry, but it was like some of the darkest times of my life. And I literally did not want to experience that anymore. So I would literally pray to just not wake up in the morning. And then when I would wake up in the morning and I was still alive, I would be so freaking mad. And that was the time where I stopped believing in God, because it's like, and I feel like everybody goes through, not everybody, but a lot of people go through this. It's like, when you're having such dark times and you're praying and you're staying dedicated and all that, and it doesn't get better, it's like, damn, does God really exist? But God does exist. And we found that out during my accident, girl, no shade. But anywho, so I'm going through a really dark time, you know what I mean? I don't really have any family support. I don't, you know what I mean? All I have is my 2 best friends. That's literally all I have in life, right? So as I'm going through all this, like I said, I'm sleeping, and this presence is talking to me, and it's telling me, you know, I can literally give you everything. I can make you a star. I can make you loved. That was the main thing they kept focusing on. They said, you will be loved. You will be seen. Everybody's going to care about you. Everybody's going to love you. That's what they kept telling me. You're going to be loved by the world. Everybody's going to love you, and they will never forget about you. That's what they kept telling me, right? And I ain't gonna hold you. For a quick second, it almost got me, because that's literally all I wanted as a kid. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be seen, heard, and loved. That's it. And like, that's why I hate the whole misconception about, oh, the last child, oh, they get their parents at their best. The last child gets all this love and attention, and girl, say that to somebody else, girl, because that's not my life story, okay? I don't know. I feel like I was robbed out of a childhood, honestly. I truly feel like that. I feel like I was robbed out of a childhood. I didn't get to be like the little whimsical kid or whatever for too long. It was literally only a couple years. And the main times where I got to be like that whimsical kid is the time in between when my dad would leave for work and my mom would come home from work, and it would just be me and my brother. Because me and my brother are only like 3 years apart. And we would play around, practice WWE combinations and finishes. That's the time where I got to be a kid. Other than that, literally, girl, I could not express no feelings, joy, sadness, confusion, frustration. No, you just shut up and just exist, literally, and make your parents look good. It's telling me this, like, you know, I can literally just give you all the love, attention, and affection you ever wanted. But like, it's like the words were sounding good, but it's the feeling that my soul was getting from this entity, because not all the time it's the devil. The devil could just send, you know, one of his like henchmen or whatever. So I was just like, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know. I think it's also just the fact of like, I was in such a very dark place that it's like something just coming in out of nowhere and telling me, oh, I can make this all better. I can do this. I can do that. It's just like, girl, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that saved me. I'm gonna hold you. So I didn't agree. I didn't agree to it. And when I tell you, city boys, it truly feels like I was being like punished from then because I didn't take the deal. So after that, city boys, when I tell you I was having such bad spiritual attacks, city boys, like I would be seeing demons in my room, city boys. I'd be having like panic attacks. I never had a panic attack before that, and it was bad, city boys. Like I literally felt like I was going to die. Like that's how intense the panic attacks were. I had got, girl, I don't even want to talk about that, but some really dark, bad things happened to me after that, at that time. And it was like, whatever that dark entity was, whether it was a devil or one of his henchmen, it was like they were trying to break me down even more so that the proposition sounds even more favorable. And I don't know, I guess it's just the perseverance that I have inside me. I couldn't agree to it. Like, I don't know. And I wasn't thinking about going to hell or nothing like that. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't say yes. I just don't know why. I'm happy I didn't, but cool. So that happens. Then I ended up having like a really bad trip when I was in college. So now I was like, oh gosh, that's scary, right? Cool. After that, I ended up coming back home after I graduated college. well, before that, let me go before that. Literally, it got to a point where I was hearing voices telling me to kill myself, okay? And like showing me different ways of me killing myself. So like it would show me like me hanging myself. It would show me setting myself on fire. It would show me slitting my wrist, like very dark, very dark things. And it's like I knew that I didn't want to do that, but it's like it was like trying to force me into doing it. Cool. I leave college, well, not leave, I graduate college, and I'm back at my childhood home. And mind you, that was the reason why I went to college, well, went away for college, because I didn't want to be in my house, because I don't have good memories there. It messes up my nervous system, literally. It fucks with my nervous system. Like I literally can't like be calm in that house. Like it's like either I'm feeling anxious, like I'm walking on why would I say seashells, pins and needles, or it's like I feel like I need to do something to escape mentally if I can't escape physically, if you get what I mean. So I'm back in the house or whatever, and it wasn't that bad at first because I had my internship and I was working. So I literally was going every single day, and I would just come home to eat, shower, and sleep. So then I would get up in the morning and do it all again. If I wasn't at work, I was at my internship. If I wasn't at my internship, I was at work. And if I wasn't doing any of those, then I'm hanging out with my friends, you know? So it's like I can't really get depressed. I can't really get sad. Cool. It was like a little bit before my accident. I don't remember how close it was, but it was a little bit before my accident. I was sleeping, and I think I referenced this in a video before. I don't remember which video, but I was sleeping and I was sleeping and I wake, like it's like in my dream I wake up, but then I actually woke up in real life, and I'm laying on my bed or whatever. It's dark, and I just start feeling like there's hands grabbing me and pulling me into my bed. Because that's happening, whatever, I see this like demon. I've never seen a demon like this before, City Boys. Like usually I would see something and it's like the face looks distorted and I would see like the silhouette. City Boys, I saw a face, I saw everything, City Boys. And it's like I can't get the image out my head, but I can't describe the image, City Boys. But it was so demonic, City Boys. And it was like, it looked like a human, but the face looked like distorted and demonic. And it like started crawling on all fours, but it was very weird. Like the way it was moving was very weird. It started crawling on my bed, and I can't move because, mind you, I'm getting pulled into my bed. I don't know if they're trying to pull me in the hell or what, but they're doing that to me or whatever. And the creature is getting like closer and closer to me, and it's laughing at me. And it's like, I'm sorry, I got a little piece of hair, but yeah, it's like laughing at me, and it's like, no one's gonna come and save you, you're all alone. And it just kept saying that, you're all alone, you're all alone. And it's laughing at me while it's telling me that I'm all by myself. So that's happening. When I tell you, City Boys, after that happens, a little bit after that happens, I end up having the dream about me in purgatory. But I didn't know that was me in purgatory, because girl, how the hell do I know what purgatory looked like, right? Cool. I end up getting hit by the car, and when I got hit by the car, I will never, ever, I don't think I'll ever forget that feeling and what I seen and experiencing, literally losing my life. And that's why, like, I will never let somebody, like, talk down on what I experienced or try to, like, minimize what I experienced. I literally died. I saw my soul, my literal light in my life, my body, my power source, whatever you want to call it, come out of my body. And I felt how that feels to not have it. And I never want to feel that feeling again. You know what I mean? So, and I wandered around. I wandered and I wandered. And I cried. I wandered. But I'm not crying like this. I'm crying inside. It's like, I don't know. I guess without your soul, you can't really feel correctly. I don't know. But that happened. I think I told you guys already, too, about how once my accident happened, bro, City Boys, it's like it was a fight between myself, because it's like I do believe in God, like I know God exists because look at what I just went through. But it's like I was just so hurt, City Boys, and I felt so alone. And it's like, even like my parents like trying their best or whatever, they're not the most kindest people, okay? They don't have the capacity to really like do that. 1 second, please. Oh, sorry, city boys. But yeah, they just don't have the capacity to give me the amount of love that I really need at this point in my life. And that's just how it is, especially, I can't speak for like Black Americans, but for Caribbeaners, what do you call us? For people of the Caribbean diaspora, they did not get any love as children, you know what I mean? So I get it that it's hard for them to show it and all that, but you know, I really needed, you know what I mean? I really needed. And instead of like helping, like I was feeling even worse. Like I was feeling even more depressed. I was feeling even more unloved. I was feeling even more unseen. So now the thoughts are gonna push back into my head, bro, just kill yourself. You're telling them that you're sad, you're telling them that you're feeling empty, you're telling them that you're feeling lost, and they don't freaking care. Kill yourself. How many times can you tell somebody that you want to kill yourself before you actually just do it? That's literally the thoughts that were going through my mind. And I told you guys, literally on Father's Day, I was going to do it. I took one last walk, and when I was on that walk, my mind said, yep, just do it today. I mean, well, tonight, because it was like 9 at night. And when I tell you, I said this in one of my videos, I'm gonna link it. One thing about God, if God cannot show up to you, somebody's going to come to you. And as soon as the thought solidified in my mind, I'm gonna just go home and kill myself, my brother called me. He called me, we talked, and I was so honest with him. I'm like, bro, I'm about to go kill myself. Like, I can't do this anymore. And he talked life back into me. He talked sense back into me. And yeah, and I feel like I said, I want to talk about this because nobody talks about when you don't agree with making a deal with the devil, right? Everybody always talks about the people that have done the deals and what happens to them. What do they do? What is the symbolism that they start to use and stuff like that? But we need to talk about the people that got offered. And the thing is too, I had to think about it like this. And I think about this when I was younger, when everything first started. But there has to be something very beautiful and powerful that I'm supposed to do in this world that the devil's literally said, oh, you know what? If I can't have a girl, we're gonna make her kill herself. Like, there has to be something so beautiful and big that I'm put on this world for. Even more solidified in my mind about that, because why else would God save me? I could have just died. I could have just, you know what I mean? And, you know, I died. And God gives my plan or whatever I'm supposed to do to my brother. He could do it like that, you know what I mean? Me and my brother are very similar, so it could be a thing like that, you know what I mean? But no, I have to be here. Why is that? So if I know already that my life is so important and intentional for whatever is gonna go in this world, because we all know this world is getting very demonic and disgusting. Why would I go and sell my soul? Because God is showing me literally, regardless of anything, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get everything that is due to me. So, you hear what I mean? I don't know. But, you know, that's my story about the devil trying to make a deal with me, and I denied it. When I tell you, city boys, and I think I show everything so nicely. I think it's just because I'm very cute, very funny, very giggly, that you would never imagine, city boys, the dark shit that I've experienced. Oh, I don't want to get teary-eyed, but that I've seen, that I've witnessed. But I want to be one of those testimonies that if you want to be a good person, if you want to be happy, if you want to treat people nice, nothing is going to stop that. Nothing and nobody, no experiences will stop that. Because truly, if I became a product of my environment, a product of what I've seen and what I experienced, city boys, I'll be worse than a dictator. I'll be a tyrant, city boys. I'd literally be a freaking terrorist, city boys. I would be a horrible person. And I'll just go around, use, abuse, and hurt people. But that's not what I was created for, city boys. I literally have so many birthmarks on my body that's the shape of a heart, okay? You can't really see it, but on my shoulder, when I was little, it was better because I wasn't big. Let me stop. When I was younger, it was better because it was more like pronounceable. I literally was born with a green heart on my shoulder. I was literally made by God with love. So, you know what I mean? I just have to continue to remember that and believe in that and know that this is not all for nothing. A lot of people that be nice, be like, when somebody hurts their feelings or something, be like, oh, I was doing all this for no reason, whatever. No, you're doing it for yourself. Not in a selfish way, but it's like because you wanted to. We want it to be nice. When I do nice stuff, I don't do it for somebody to be like, oh my gosh, Saint, you're such a lifesaver. I love you so much. I'm gonna kiss the ground that you walk on. No, I'm doing it because someone told me just to do something nice. So I did something nice. That's it, that's all. When I tell you, city boys, you never know what people be going through, no shade, until they tell you. But that's something that I've been going through for years. You know what I mean? That fight. And that, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I had to come here. Like, because when I tell you my grandma, she's been through so much. And one thing about me, I'm gonna ask so many questions. But she's been through so much. And when I tell you, she is the nicest, sweetest, kindest, honest person I know. It never changed her. So I need, you know what I mean, that representation in my life, to not become a bitter person, to not become an angry person, you know. But anywho, city boys, that is my video. I'm about to finish my makeup, and yeah, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to become a city boy. Bye, city boys. Wait, should I finish it off with my makeup done? Yeah. Quote to Saint, nevermore. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be a city boy. City boys, shout out to y'all. If you guys have any experiences like that, please let me know. I would love to know, honestly. But yeah, quote to Saint, nevermore.